Today at Neighborhood Chefs, we have one of our favorite chefs returning, the name of Kitt. Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. What are you making for us today?
I'm deciding to switch up a little bit because the last few times I was here, I actually did desserts. But this time around, I'm actually going to show people that I can actually burn.
Okay.
So today I'm making teriyaki orange chicken with my Bordeaux mac and cheese.
That sounds amazing.
Now, I'm going to let you look at the
Oh
chicken
my
itself.
goodness. Look at that.
Now this is marinated in orange juice with a little teriyaki, fresh dill, bok choy. So I have a lot of vegetables going on in here.
Okay.
So you know, we're going to go to that in a minute. But we're going to start with our noodles. So the first thing that we're going to do is pretty much go over here. And like I said, we're going to let this boil. So this has a lot of different seasonings such as butter, dry mustard, sazon, whatever you want to put into it. You know, once this comes to a complete boil, then we're going to go ahead and throw the noodles in. But now let's go back to the table here. Yes. And today, this vegetable is known as a leek. And I use leeks in a lot of my cooking. So we're going to cut the bottom off here. And then, you know.
So you said a leek you find at a regular store?
Oh, yeah. Okay. You can get it in the supermarket. But a lot of, you know, Asian dishes are use leeks. Like, you know, like stir-fried rice and stuff like that. So what I like about leeks is it has a strong pungent odor, but it has a beautiful flavor to it.
You can smell it.
So, you know, doesn't that smell good?
Yeah, it smells delicious.
That smells good. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to actually go ahead and put the chicken in, and we're going to get started. So, let me get a pair of tongs. That's what I use. Yes. Now, doesn't this look good? But does it smell good?
It smells amazing.
Let me just move this over here just a little bit. We're going to move this out the way. Now we're going to take the chicken out, which has already been seasoned in orange juice. So you can season it overnight. You can season it for about maybe an hour or so. But look at this.
That looks so good.
And then we're going to do something a little different here.
That looks delicious. Can't wait, I'm excited.
I'm excited too because I don't want people to categorize me as just a pastry chef because my mom told me at a very young age how to burn. Okay, the first thing I learned how to make was eggs.
You know, and people don't know how to make that right, believe it or not.
I'm gonna give you something better. Boiling water. My mother said to me, she said, if you can boil water, you the man. Okay, so now I'm gonna re-season just a little bit. So I'm gonna add some Cajun seasoning. Just to kind of, you know, re-season everything. You know, add a little chicken flavor. Yeah. Now I'm gonna add my special sauce. That's if I can get it out.
Stubborn special sauce. There you go.
Yeah. Oh my God. Doesn't that smell delicious already? I know it sounds nasty, but
No,
I'm going to tell you something. Cooking is a very messy proposition. And a lot of people don't understand that when you cook, you have to really get your hands dirty, you know. So now, come on. Okay, I'm going to add a little water to this. But before I do that,
wow, look at that.
yeah, because I love a little kick to everything that I like to eat. Could you pass me the teriyaki sauce, please? Yes. So now, I'm going to add just a little bit of this because we don't want to overpower it. So this has honey and a little sesame seed.
Look at that. That looks so good.
And one of the things about me is I don't really like to measure too much. Oh well.
Might as well finish it.
And now, I'm going to share with you a little trick that I do when I'm home. I take my bottles, I run over here to the sink, add a little water to it, so I can get a lot of the juices, a lot of the seasonings.
I
Yeah.
don't want to waste anything.
Oh, waste not, what not. Now let's. This. Now we're gonna pour her all over.
Oh my goodness.
Now we gotta shake it up. Yes, 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 yes. And would you believe this is an experimental dish?
You done made this before?
Nope.
Well, I know it's gonna be good regardless. I can't wait.
Who you telling? Shake it up. Throw her all over. Now what I need is a spoon or a brush. Well, beggars can't be choosy, so I'll just take what I can get. See, now how does that smell to you?
It smells delicious.
Now with chicken breast, it doesn't take long to cook, so you know, you could either slow cook it for about 20 minutes, or if you want to really, you know, you want to have it fast in a hurry, turn up the heat. It'll do its thing. Look at this gravy. Isn't this beautiful?
So it's gorgeous.
And what I do is I like to cover it up and then just throw it in the oven. And I poke holes into it so it
really
breathes.
seeps into that.
Now, we're going to do something a little different here. Going to add some of this vegetable juice into it. Actually, just mostly the vegetables. Now, like I said, most of this stuff has like a fresh ingredients like fresh dill, fresh parsley. I put in like 3 different types of parsley. Leeks, bok choy. So you can pretty much use any kind of juice you want to use. Or you know, you can use any kind of juice or vegetable, whatever works for you.
It smells really good.
And I use just regular orange juice as a marinade.
People wouldn't even think to do that.
That's one thing I've learned too is, you know, as a cook, there's no right or wrong way to cook. Cook how you feel. If you want to use Ritz crackers, find a way to use it. Okay, I think that's about enough vegetables. Now we're going to add the fresh leeks to it. Okay, add this over here. Yeah, I don't need this part anymore. See? Nice and easy. You know, sometimes you can, I'm going to actually cut up some of the leaves right here.
That's how it looks originally, with the leaves around it. That's fine. Okay.
A lot of people don't know I can cut too. I can cut, I can cook.
What can't you do?
If I can't answer that.
Okay, we'll leave it.
I plead the fifth on that. This is a family-oriented show. I can't say what I really want to say. So now we're gonna do this. Now we're gonna move this out the way. Could you put this over there for me? Thank you. Now pass me the aluminum foil. We're gonna go ahead and cover this bad boy up, and then throw it in the oven for about a good 20, about half an hour.
Okay.
So yeah, you know that I got something going on over here.
I already knew you were talented with cakes, but I had no idea.
Yeah, like I said, you know, I wanted to kind of switch up the menu for today. Okay, now, let me get the knife, please. Okay, now we're gonna just give it, you want to vent this. Okay, now I'm ready to go throw him in the oven. So I'm gonna go this way. Can you open it for me, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Oh yes. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side over here because we have the roommate coming in. Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Boiling water. So now, let's get busy with the noodles. Just throw it all up in there. And then, you know, just kind of give it a little stir so it won't stick. I use butter and cooking spray so it won't stick. So then I let it do its thing. I let it boil until there's hardly any water left in there. Now let me show you some of the tricks that I do as far as with my mixture. I need a bowl. So I'm gonna grab these up her.
Okay.
Now you have 3 eggs. You're gonna have some dry mustard, some Old Bay, or whatever you want to use, some seasoning, and some ginger, along with canned milk. So now what we're going to do is, I need a fork. So could you get that for me, please?
No, that's not.
That won't help me today.
This is
Perfect. Ooh, this is looking wonderful. Okay, thank you. Now, we're going to throw the eggs in. And I'm going to beat up just a little bit. See? Just like making scrambled eggs.
actually my favorite part of scrambled eggs. This is where I take out my frustration.
I hear you. We're going to add a little bit of dry mustard. Because what I do is I add all this into the macaroni mix,
Oh,
so
wow.
I make like a paste or a milky paste to go with it. So everything flows in. Because if you actually do the dry mustard on top of the noodles, you'll taste the bitterness of the dry mustard, and you don't really want that. The dry mustard is an agent to kind of
Bring it all together.
pull it all together. And throw in some ginger.
Ginger.
Me too. So now we're going to just throw mostly everything in here.
It's gonna be a real flavorful sauce.
And this macaroni and cheese is not your ordinary mac and cheese. This is what I call Bordeaux mac and cheese because I love vegetables. You know, even though growing up I really didn't care for vegetables. I mean, you couldn't make me eat vegetables and you had a gun to my head. But, you know, over the years, I started, you know, experimenting and really enjoying what food is. My mother was trying to teach me how to, you know, pretty much enjoy food. But I was like, please, give me what I want.
When you get older and your palate changes, you know.
Exactly. So, we're going to throw in some vegetables in a minute. But that won't come until later on. So, yes. So now let's see a little bit of salt. I'm going to throw a little Cajun up in here. No, I don't need that. But now I'm going to throw the milk in. What you want to do is you don't want to kind of overbeat it. You don't want a big old huge mess everywhere. So I'm going to throw that out. Let's see. Is there anything else that I need? Oh yes, let me get some of that seasoned salt right there. There we go. So now, what we're going to do is pretty much, once that is done, as far as with the water receding out and everything, we're just going to put everything together and then just bake it and then bon appetit.
Okay, I'm ready. It's delicious.
It feels delicious. And I got different cheeses because I know I love cheese.
Me too.
So I got mozzarella, I got some mixed cheeses. I think this one is shredded Vermont. You got triple cheddar. You have some pepper jack for a little kick. Some mild cheddar. And this is white Vermont, so pretty much we're going to have a party. Then we're going to add this into the mac and cheese as well.
Wow. This is a loaded mac and cheese you got going on here.
And I almost forgot something. this goes into the mac and cheese itself. Now, take a whiff.
That smells really good.
This has everything that I told you about earlier as far as the dill, the parsley, the bok choy.
All fresh.
So that's going to be going into it. And the reason why I throw vegetables now is because, let's say for example, you have kids that don't like vegetables. You can always deceive them by throwing into something that they like. Now, you know, it's starting to thicken up, so now it's time to take it out. So I'm going to let the fire go on for a little bit because we're going to saute the mushrooms and the leeks.
Okay.
So now we're going to go this way, and we're going to dump. We're going to dump it. Nice, yes.
Yum.
Exactly. Now we're gonna give it a little shake and whirl. Yeah, shimmy, 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 go, go, but you're not.
Okay.
Now we're gonna throw it back in here. Now we're gonna take this, everything that we've done, and we're gonna
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
throw it all up in this piece.
Check that.
Isn't this yummy?
It looks delicious.
Now we're going to mix it all up. So now let me get the vegetables.
Okay.
Thank you. And now we're going to throw, this has dill, 3 different types of parsley, bok choy, and leeks.
Ooh. That smells so good.
But if you notice how the greens bring out the color.
Yeah.
And you know, since I seasoned the water before I put the noodles in, so the noodles are seasoned with sazon, red, you know,
Sí,
seasoned
sazón.
salt. Sazon, sí, mi amor.
Ya tú sabes.
Que tú sabes. Now, we're going to stir it up just a little bit. We're going to stir it up. See how the colors are, you know, contrasting? So, I'm sorry. I'm
You
caught.
need to take a break for that. Hold on. Smells delicious.
That's what happens when you have fresh vegetables to go with them. And you can even eat this like just like this.
I was about to say, I think we should taste it now, but I know it's not complete. Oh, we're gonna burn my mouth.
So now you can tell your friends, kick cock.
You sure can. That's good.
Okay, now I'm going to cover this up for a little bit. I'm going to go get me a saucepan, and we're going to get busy. We're going to saute this for a little bit. So I'm adding some canola oil. Now let me grab this. We're going to throw that in there. I use the entire leek.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I like it.
More vegetables better.
We're going to throw this in here. We're going to add a little butter. Oh wow, it's gotten soft. Okay, so we know what to do here. Like I said, everything I do is experimental, so it's all good. Yeah, but you know, I try not to use too much butter. Yeah, but you know, as a diabetic, you want to make sure that everything is proportioned. So, like I said, so we're gonna give this a little light stir. And like I said, this is completely experimental, so this is something I've never tried, but I know it's gonna be good. Doesn't that look good, girl? I'm gonna add a little more cooking spray so it doesn't stick in the wall. Isn't this beautiful?
I love mushrooms.
Me too.
I love them.
I love them. Pizza. I love them.
Yeah, I like cutting them. I like them so much, like carrying them.
Oh,
and then
yes.
I just love mushrooms.
Yeah, I like to season my mushrooms too. Matter of fact, let's see what we're going to season with over here.
I have my mushroom seasoning in a bag waiting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What you put in it?
A little bit of everything. Some Italian seasoning, oils,
Oh,
salts.
oh, girl, I'm coming to your house. I am coming to your house for
a little bit of
dinner.
everything. Well, it's not about me. It's about you.
I know, but still, I'm coming to your house
It's
tonight.
show right
I'm gonna eat at your house tonight. Doesn't this look delicious? Oh my God. So now, while this is doing its thing, let's grab this pan over here. We're gonna get started. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna take some of the noodles here, and we're gonna put some in this pan.
God, that really does look good all by itself.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you something. One thing I've learned about myself is I'm not afraid to cook. I'm not afraid to try something.
I guess if you get lazy in the process, you could just run off with this.
Exactly.
Finish it.
Exactly.
Because that, I mean, this stuff looks delicious.
It even smells delicious.
It really does. I've never had vegetables in my macaroni before, ever.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Ever.
This was just a fluke because I didn't even think of this until one day I got bored. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and try something. So now we're gonna throw some pepper jack cheese up in here. You know, just throw them around. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Oh,
I'm gonna check that.
yes, let me go grab my spoon. Oh, look at the... Oh, ouch.
Ooh, careful.
Oh, child, please. I didn't even know it was going to be this hot. So now I am so done with this. Are we ready?
I don't know. This was kind of intense. I'm a little excited. Look at that.
Like I said,
Wow, mushrooms and macaroni and cheese.
yeah, I actually thought of this recipe yesterday.
You're a genius.
I try. You know, I'm being very
So
humble about it.
modest.
Yeah, I'm very humble because I actually had one of my neighbors say to me, she said, I'm coming to your house because every time I walk by your house, it always smells good.
See? You're gonna have all kinds of visitors staying over. Don't tell us where you live.
Never mind.
Don't tell us now.
Never mind. I ain't telling y'all nothing.
Yeah, You're gonna be host every day for the rest of your life.
Now we're gonna throw in some cheese, some more cheese. I like to layer everything.
I love cheese, so.
Yeah, me too. I forgot. Put it right in there. Oh my God. Somebody shoot me now for ever holding my pieces. Lord have mercy. I need to slap my mother for this.
Oh,
okay?
that's not slapping.
No, I mean, my mother taught me too well.
Yeah, she did.
Excuse me, honey. I don't want to
Sorry.
cut you. Now we're going to throw in some Vermont sharp cheddar cheese. Oh, let's see if I can open this girl.
It's dedication right there. You need help?
Oh, no, I got it. Thank you.
There we go.
Oh, Constipation City.
And this is what kind of cheese again that you're putting on right now?
This is Vermont.
Okay.
This is Vermont sharp cheese.
And what does that taste like? Is it like compared to cheddar or something like
It's real sharp, but it's a little tangy, but it's not too tangy.
that? Okay.
Okay.
It's just personal flavor, this dish.
So you can pretty much use any cheese that you want. We're gonna add a little bit of this. Then we're just gonna dump the rest in here. We're gonna do our thing. Imagine this now. Strings and strings of cheese. Blanco queso, sí. I don't lost my mind. I know, and I don't care.
You are so funny.
I try to be.
You don't have to try. It's natural. 'Cause natural. Look at that. Oh my god.
I bet you these kids would love to eat this. Wouldn't you?
Everyone would. Look at that. Oh my god. This is actually one of the most unique dishes I've seen in a while.
Yeah, one thing about me, food is like the extension of yourself. You want it to reflect
That
exactly
makes sense
who
then.
you are.
Because you're a big old mixing pot of all kinds of juicy, flavorful ingredients.
Yes!
I get it. I see it.
I am a big old mission statement all by myself. So now we're going to do it again. Just a little bit more, okay. So now we're going to finish off with some, we're going to throw a lot of cheese on here. So now we're going to throw in some some yellow cheddar. I wish I had more vegetables, but that's okay.
There's plenty in there.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna add more of this, and then we're gonna top it off, and then we're gonna throw everything in there.
And how long is that going to be in there?
Not that long, because like I say, once the fire is up, it should take about 20, 30 minutes. I'm one of those cooks that if I'm home cooking by myself, I like to slow cook it.
I was going to say, you must like to be hands-on because you keep
I was taught that way, so. You know, people like to measure a lot of stuff, but I don't care for measuring. I just throw it in there. Okay, hold on, let me throw this last piece. Doesn't this look delicious, darling?
Surely does. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I want people to kind of, see me in a different light, because, I mean, when you start off one way, people will kind of throw you in that little box.
It's like the actor that gets typecasted for the same role over and over again.
So instead of typecasting me,
You're versatile. So.
I'm going to throw it all in here.
Go ahead.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna throw it all up in here. Ooh. We gotta get every piece of cheese.
It's nice to meet a fellow cheese lover because I
love cheese.
love cheese.
Ooh, look at this. And besides, you want to be able to enjoy what you're eating. Yes. Yeah, you can tell I'm pretty hands-on. I like to get my hands dirty in my food. Okay, throw it in here. Just throw it all in there. See? Now, doesn't this look beautiful?
It smells great. I love the smell of cheese.
Yeah, me too. And now we're going to throw these out. Let me get those seasonings right there.
Sure.
All I need is one of those. Or I might need both, depending. Okay, thank you.
No, I'll get this ready.
Yeah, I think one will do. And there you have it. Vordeaux mac and cheese.
Oh my goodness.
And yes, it's named right after me. So Mother's gonna love this. Let me get the aluminum foil, darling. Now we're going to cook this bad boy. And we don't need to vent this.
Oh, okay.
La-di-da-da, la-di-da-da. And we gotta check our chicken too.
Yes, we do. It's about that time.
You can smell it from here. I'm gonna slap my mother when I see her. I love my mama, but she's getting smacked.
Tell her thank you on behalf of us.
Oh, I definitely will. Let's go and throw her in here. Now we're gonna throw this side by side. But let's check out. Oh my God, do you smell that?
You do.
Okay, I need another one of those. because we're going to check to see what it looks like.
Okay. Another table topper, so hold up on that. Oh.
Okay. Oh yes, thank you.
No problem.
Let's see what this looks like. Doesn't that look good?
It smells so good.
Well, I like to, cheat every now and then, so I like to kind of break a little piece off and see how we're doing.
Off of the chicken?
Yeah. It's cooking very nicely.
It smells delicious. Not that I'm definitely not surprised, Kit, because everything you've made thus far has been delicious.
Thank you. As a matter of fact, you're going to try this.
Oh, me?
Well, you tell me how. You just
pick it up. Try it. Excuse me for using my hands.
It's alright.
Wow, I could taste the orange juice.
Is that good?
Well, I wouldn't know it was oranges to be in tummy. It just tastes like oranges. Just straight up oranges. Like, that's delicious.
So we're gonna let this cook a little bit more, just a little bit, and then we're gonna get you a plate and you're gonna enjoy it. So let me go back here. Throw this back in here, and there you have it. You have your full course meal.
We're gonna wait a little while and come back, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Are we ready?
Yes, we are.
So let's check out the chicken.
Okay.
Right. Ooh. Let's see what we got. Doesn't that mac and cheese look good?
It sure does.
Okay, we're gonna get to the mac and cheese in a minute. So let me pull that out too.
Oh wow, look at that.
Isn't that
Oh
beautiful?
my goodness.
So now, what does that say? Yeah.
It's delicious.
So let me go ahead and grab a piece. Okay, let me get. Excuse me. Let me get a plate. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. But you can also tell that the chicken is done. And it's white.
Look at that.
And now, usually a lot of people can't cook breast because it dries out too
It's
fast.
very nice.
Okay, now let's see what we got here.
Oh my god. That's so cheesy.
Just the way we like it. And notice how it's almost clean. Doesn't that smell good?
It smells great.
Now, here we go.
Thank you.
Would you like a knife?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, let me get you a different knife.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Thanks. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the chicken. Oops. That is delicious.
What would you taste?
Oranges. I taste the teriyaki. I can taste even the vegetables. There's a vegetable that I taste that I don't recognize, so it must be the one that, what is it called?
The leeks?
The leeks. It must be, because I've never tasted it before. It's delicious.
I'm glad you like it.
It's very good.
So now you know I can burn stovetop too.
I'm going to taste this macaroni over here. Just a little taste. That is good. You can really taste the vegetable in there, and it's cheesy. That is so good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me again.
Anytime.
I'll be back if you need me.